Hey, welcome guys. Today I'm going to be building a carrier for my Paramotor. I was inspired by Kyle O'Glee. It's tough enough getting all your gear together. It takes long enough to pack up your gasoline, your oil, your tools. Any bit of time that can be spared makes it all that much more fun and less work. Let's get to it. All right, first things first, I'm going to fit my carrier to the car. As you can see right now, it's only got like this, 3/8 inch melamine coated particle board, so pretty weak stuff. I'm going to upgrade that. I'm not going to rely on that to hold the Paramotor any longer. So let's get this installed here. First little tip is you can see I painted the mark there, so I don't have to guess at where the holes are lined up. Just bring it up to the paint mark, and I know I'm golden. Install the pin. See, this part is tricky enough. Why do you want to deal with them freaking straps as well? You don't. Like a glove. So there we have it. I'm going to take and just set my Paramotor up there and see how it sits. My new props here. It's awesome. Gonna get that installed. I'm waiting for new exhaust nuts. As much as I'd like to have this motor sit the opposite way so that the cage is designed to take wind in this direction, and obviously it's opposite when you got it on the car like this, it just doesn't work. It's too cumbersome to put up there. Alright, so I like that. Through the magic of movie making, you probably didn't notice I was gone, but the neighbor was mowing his grass and I wanted to salvage some audio out of this video, so I took a little break and let him finish mowing his grass. So let's continue. Perfect timing. So the base on that thing's about 14.5 wide, so I'll go a little extra here. I'll make my board 20 inches wide. What's this right now? 16. I may have to go 16. No, that board is just not wide enough. I think I'm gonna have to use this one. It's 3/4. How wide is it? 24. So I'm just gonna rip that. I'm gonna go the whole length here by 20. I'm gonna take 20 inches off of this. So 20 inches. Now we're gonna have to get that bolted down eventually, but for now, we're gonna work off of this. Now I'm just gonna make sure that I don't make my marks too far back. So this is mounted pretty squarely here. Now we'll mark the center line of the board. It's 24 wide, so that puts us at 12. Just to make sure that we're centered on there. Outside bar to outside bar is 14 inches, so I want something at 7. 7, there's center there. Okay. Right at 7. Perfect. So now we got that thing centered on there about as far up as I want it. I'll go ahead and mark where the bars are. Try to hold the pin vertical as possible. This furring strip should be the perfect height to be able to make some guides. I'm going to run and take a look at Kyle O's video again, get a good picture of what he's got going on.
Why does it smell like pizza?
Thank you, Mom. I'm going to turn on some music
Gotta listen through my earbuds though, so I don't violate any YouTube copyright laws. So you guys will have to just play your own music, I guess. Check my bank account. Check my bank account. I'm gonna use a different color here now. Let's say I want a bar from there to there pretty much, and on the sides from here to here. Alright, so I need two that are, let's go 8 inches. I need 4 8-inch long, 2 10.5-inch long. Half a 10.5 is 5 1/4. And I'm going to take it a step further and countersink them. Kind of running low on the old screws. You know, you got 3/4 of furring strip, and then probably want to go about a 1/2 inch into, I don't know, are those 3/4? Where's my calipers? Here they are. Oop. Anyone wants to get James a present, you can give me some new calipers. Yeah, a little under 3/4. This board is a little over 3/4, so I think that's fine math. 3/4 and 1/2 inch. 1 1/4 is what we'd like to see. I do have some drywalls, but that ain't gonna. So these are perfect, but drywall screws aren't meant for wood, they're meant for drywall. I may have to run to the hardware store. True Value. Trusty home supply store. Pro tip, take a picture of the box. Otherwise they ain't gonna know what's up.
You all set?
Yeah. I got the pictures, the barcodes for those if you'd like them.
I just need prices.
Okay.
Just tell me the price.
Okay, so the carriage bolts were $89 each. Flat washers $23 each. And the lock nuts $65 each.
Brass screws.
Oh, I didn't.
You don't need brass, do you?
I don't. They don't need to be.
$27. $5.79.
Sweet. Cool. Way to go. Hey, buddy. What's True Value's slogan?
Start right, start here. Well, which time? It's changed the way.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that was a great experience. I'm back from the hardware store. I don't know what was recording and what wasn't just now, so I've got two of the guides, if you will, guide blocks screwed in there. Now I'm going to put the others on. Rather than go with the lines I drew, I figured for these opposing set of blocks, I better actually put it in here and make sure that it's going to fit. Also, I'm going to put this shim in there, so that'll leave me a little bit of room there. So I like that right there. So I'll secure that with a screw. Okay, and I pull this back out. Should have a little play. Perfect. Same thing on the side here. Take my shim, place it in here, scoot the machine over, nice and tight up against there with the shim in. Add my block. Hopefully this comes out nice and easy. Yeah. Oh. Oh. This is what I'm going to be using to hold it down. So here's where the magic is, right here. This is the key to the whole project. Drill press clamps. This is going to be the tricky part too, to try to figure out how to center these up, how to mount them. Question is, how do I get these to stay in here? That'd be sweet. I had some nylocks already. That's not one to go on. Must be metric. I think most of this is standard stuff in these bins here. I noticed that Kyle's pivot too. Just going to pretend that this is drilled into here. Alright, let's get it mounted to the carrier now. I'm going to take the carrier out to do this part. It's like right there and right there. It's like right there and right there. Man, it's going to be marginal. Well, we kind of not try to center it up, but
Can I see height in the
Go ahead.
Hi, Drill Pro.
so I'm just going to put a couple of these in temporarily to hold it in place so I can mark it. Damn it, it's a little close to the edge. The problem here is that these holes are way to the end, man. I don't like that, especially on that side. That'll rip out. This side's not so bad, but I'm gonna see what it would take to come in on this thing. If I could come in, 8 inches, that would be a better place to put them. Yeah, it puts it right at this joint here. Yeah, so these are 3-inch carriage bolts, seems to be just about right. These lock nuts are making them not function like they should exactly, but that's okay. Okay, so like I said, those are 3-inch carriage bolts with all metal lock nuts on the backside. Flat washers to help distribute the load, and I think that's going to do us real good. I got to go to the hardware store, pick up one more set of those, and corresponding nut and lock washer, or lock nut and washer for this, which doesn't seem to be standard. So that's where I'm headed, back to the hardware store. Okay, I'm back from my second trip to the hardware store. All right, so I got my board held on 1, 2, 3, 4 carriage bolts, all out of the way of the frame. So now it's a matter of figuring out how I'm gonna bolt my little frog legs on there. Special. Really, it was very simple. Just the hardware, figuring out where to put the fasteners through the carrier. The grid underneath this white melamine really was interfering with where I could mount everything. I wish I made the board wider. I don't like how these are going through so close to the edge. I mean, I got a good inch on each one. So I'm pretty comfortable with it. Wish I had done it a little bit differently. Maybe you can learn from my mistakes. I'm really stoked for it. I think Kyle's absolutely right with saving 5 minutes on each end. I'm gonna color code these real quick, just for fun. And an ode to Kyle, to thank him for the idea, I'm gonna christen it. Instead of an L and an R, I'm gonna have a K and an O. It's even in the mall pharmacy colors. That's awesome. So that's it. That's how you build a quick release carrier for your Paramotor, Kyle O'Glee style. I'm looking forward to saving some time. I've got to give a big thanks to Kyle for the idea, Harbor Freight for the cheap clamps, my local hardware store, True Value, for the fasteners. Sorry this video wasn't full of airtime, but I hope it helps and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around.